Thanks for joining us on this installment of Eagle News and Entertainment. Broadcasting from the Sanford Hall studios here at Georgia Southern University, I'm Christina Gentile. Later, we've got news for you on the newest contender to enter the race for president. But first, widespread power outages are affecting the Washington, D.C. area. According to a U.S. official, the power outage was caused by a small explosion at a power transfer line in southern Maryland. CNN has been told that the Department of Homeland Security is closely monitoring the White House. The White House lost power but was on a backup generator and is now back on normal power. The Department of Justice and State Department both lost power. A spokesperson for the D.C. Metro says the trains are operating as normal, however, some stations are reporting local power outages. The outage also forced the Smithsonian to evacuate 4 of the museums in D.C. CNN will have continuing coverage of the D.C. power outage until the problem is resolved. It is a big week in sports. Last night, Duke defeated Wisconsin in the NCAA championship game. The two teams were neck and neck the whole game, but in the end, Duke won, finishing 68-63. Yesterday was also opening day for Major League Baseball, and just about an hour and a half from Statesboro, Augusta is getting ready for the Masters Golf Tournament. 4-time Masters winner Tiger Woods announced Friday he will be returning to Augusta National and has said he is feeling great and ready for a 5th Masters win. Tiger's return, however, is stealing the spotlight from Rory McIlroy, who is determined to win this year and complete the career Grand Slam.
The life that I live, my learning of life lessons has been hugely accelerated with what I've had to go through. I mean, I think you'd struggle to find another 25-year-old that's been through some of the stuff that I've been through the last few years. So in that way, it's made me a little smarter, a little bit tougher, a little bit more resilient. So all these things you can take the positives from, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Is it weighing heavily on your mind, the Masters, and the opportunity to continue on this Rory Slam trail as well?
I don't feel like it's any extra pressure. I might be a little more excited going to Augusta, and maybe anxious is sort of really wanting to get going. I'd say Tuesday and Wednesday at Augusta for me is going to be torture, just because I'll want to get onto that first tee on Thursday. But it's not weighing any I haven't thought about it any more than I would have any other years. I feel like I've had no better chance going into this one because I feel like my game's exactly where I want it to be at. So
you do have a luxury though. You are going to be playing the Masters for quite a few years to come.
Yeah,
that's the one that you need to win to achieve the career Slam.
Obviously, at a certain point in my career, I would like to win the Masters and get that green jacket and everything, and hopefully it's not the only one. If I do win one, I'd like to win it again. But it doesn't have to be this year. It's I've got plenty more years to try, but as I said, I don't think there's been a better opportunity than right now to try and get it.
Woods and McIlroy are also making headlines this week after Nike's release of a new commercial showing Tiger passing the torch to Rory. And finally, Republican Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky announced earlier today that he is running for president. Paul will immediately start campaigning, starting off in South Carolina, Iowa, New Hampshire, and Nevada, traditionally the first states to vote in the primaries.
The Republicans have a second candidate for president. First-term Kentucky Senator Rand Paul is throwing his hat into the presidential ring. The conservative libertarian made his announcement official at a rally in Louisville. And he's not wasting any time. He's kicking off a 4-state campaign swing through New Hampshire, South Carolina, Iowa, and Nevada. Paul is an eye doctor and son of former Texas Congressman Ron Paul, who ran for president 3 times. His father had a small but passionate following among libertarians, but he never gained enough support within the Republican Party to make a serious run. That's a mistake Rand Paul hopes to avoid. Paul joins fellow Senator Ted Cruz as the only major Republican candidates to formally announce their campaigns. A recent CNN ORC poll showed Paul near the top of the GOP pack with 12% of the vote. In 2013, Paul held a 13-hour filibuster on the Senate floor, protesting the NSA's collection of phone records. In what will likely be a crowded Republican field, Paul hopes his unique voice stands out. I'm Steve Nannis reporting.
On Thursday, we'll have students' reactions on the University Plaza being up for sale. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Christina Gentile, and from all of us here at Eagle News and Entertainment, have a good night, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.